Hope you have studied the previous episode, which brought you here to the final part of the 40 grammar mistakes, which I have early shared, extremely important from the perspective of any kind of examination. These are 20 more extremely important grammar rules which can create problems for you in your examination. I have I have sorted out these sentences from different examination papers just to inform you so that you can get only those examination rules which are very frequently asked and where there is a chance of making mistakes. So here we go. Today's first rule is the director failed in films after films which he had directed. The director failed in films after films which he had directed. Where is the error? The error is difficult to find here, right? Everything seems all right. But the error lies in the use of the nouns. The nouns which are used in parts or pairs, film after film, time after time, evening after evening, the nouns which are used in this manner, they are used singularly, not plurally. So the sentence is the director failed in films after films. It should be replaced by the director failed in film after film which he had directed, not films after films. Right? Another example I can give you for it is evening after evening, evening after evening, I suffered the horrible loss of my parents. Evening after evening, not evenings after evenings. Understood? So when the nouns are used in these kinds of pairs or parts, they are used singularly. Understood? Second error of the day. Had he reached a few minutes earlier, he had caught the train. Where's the error lies? We are seeing that we are making use of two past perfect tenses here. Had he reached a few minutes earlier. अगर वो कुछ देर पहले पहुंचा होता, had he reached a few minutes earlier. So it has to be followed by would have. Okay, it will not be followed by past perfect tense again. So the correct sentence will be, had he reached a few minutes earlier, he would have caught the train. These are conditional sentences, and in the conditional sentences where past perfect tense is used in the conditional clause, it has to be followed by would have plus third form of the verb. That is the sentence structure of this conditional. When past perfect tense is used, then it is followed by would have plus third form of the verb. And it is used here. Understood? Third sentence of the day is, he committed suicide twice before he died and left the members of the family crying. There is a think of. The error lies in the use of incorrect English. Any person can commit suicide successfully only once, because suicide means dying by killing oneself. So when the sentence says he committed suicide twice, here there is the error. Understood? So the error lies here. The correction should be he attempted suicide twice. It has to be he attempted suicide twice, not he committed suicide twice. Understood? Are you well aware of this rule now? Fourth rule. We congratulated him for winning a scholarship. We congratulated him for winning a scholarship. The word congratulated is followed by the preposition on, not for. The word congratulated is followed by the preposition on. So the correction should be, yeah, right now, we congratulated him on winning a scholarship, not for winning a scholarship. Error number 5. Error number 5. 5. The furnitures purchased by me is substandard. The furnitures purchased by me is substandard. The word furniture or the noun furniture is never used plurally. You are seeing that the verb used in the later part of the sentence is singular. And the noun also has to be singular, because the furniture, information, advice, these are certain nouns which are always used singularly. So the correct answer has to be the furniture purchased by me is substandard, not the furnitures. Understood? I hope you are learning good English. These sentences will make you examination ready, and you have to practice and practice and practice them, because practice makes a man perfect. Unless you practice, unless you keep working hard every day, solve different exercises, until then you're not going to do it. So all the movies which we have seen in the Indian cinema, whether it is Chak De India, whether it is um, Maidan, there are umpteen number of movies which show the determination, and the determination only is to success. Chak De India, Chak De India. है ना गाना है कितना खूबसूरत चक दे Okay, come on. Yeah. Next sentence. If I was God, I would eliminate all suffering. If I was God, I would eliminate all suffering. Now, when we are uh, wishing something, we never make use of was after the first person pronoun I. We make use of the verb were. So we will be writing if I were God for which. Although was is used after the pronoun I was playing tennis, but when it is used as a wish, it is followed by the verb were. So if I were God, I would eliminate all sufferings. Understood? Next sentence. One should take advantage of his opportunities. One should take advantage of his opportunities. What is the error here? The error lies in the use of the pronoun one. When one is used as a subject of a sentence, then it is always followed by one in the sentence. So the correct answer has to be the one should take advantage of one's opportunity, not his opportunities. Yes, these are really confusing, but these will make you exam ready. And so you have to focus them on in a correct way. Eighth sentence. The great poet and dramatist Milton are no more. The great poet and dramatist. So we are talking about Milton and we are talking about one person. So the verb has to be singular because the verb agrees with the subject. So the great poet and dramatist, although we are talking about Milton, name is given. Had name not been given, agar naam nahi diya hota, if the sentence had been the great poet and dramatist are no more, then also the verb use was wrong because it is referring to one person. Yes, of course, if we add an article the great poet and the dramatist, then we will be using are. Otherwise, we will be using is no more. The great poet and dramatist Milton is no more. Or the great poet and dramatist is no more. Not are no more. Understood? Because it refers to one person. Next sentence. Both Rohan and Ravi was not present in the classroom. What is the error? Correctly identified. Yes. Error lies in the use of the verb was. Since we are making use of two persons, so the error lies in the use of the verb. So both Rohan and Ravi were not present in the classroom. Instead of saying was not present in the classroom, it should be were not present in the classroom. You're right. Correct. Next sentence. It is really strange that he has not replied my letter. Is there any error here? Yes, there is error. When the verb replied is used, it is followed by to. So the correct sentence has to be, it is really strange that he has not replied to my letter. Not replied my letter. Dekne mein, by just by simple look, the sentence seems all right, but there is an error. The replied word has to be followed by to, like to my. Sentence number 11. I and you have done it. Was there absolutely right? Isn't it? Then why have I mentioned? You know, these sentences are going to tangle you in the examination. उलझा देंगे. I and you have done it. The use of the pronoun, order of the pronouns is wrong here. It should be you and I. Because there is a number which you should remember. 231. Remember it. याद कर लीजिए. Just remember it, 2, 3, 1. 2 refers to second person pronoun, 3 refers to third person pronoun, and I refers to first person pronoun. And when two pronouns or more than two pronouns are used in a sentence, they will be used according to this number. So you is second person, that's why I'm mentioning it first, and I is first person, so I'm mentioning it second. So the sentence has to be you and I have done it. Simple. So simple. Right? Next sentence. India is world famous for Taj Mahal. Any error? Yeah, there is error. You have correctly identified. Error lies in the use of the article. Article has to be used before the Taj Mahal because for unique things or in other words for historical building, we make use of the article the. So India is world famous for the Taj Mahal, which has to be not for Taj Mahal. Identified. You have learned a lot. Well done. Your perseverance is paying dividends. You are doing well in the grammar section. Keep working hard. You can definitely do it. Definitely you can. Those who try, those who make efforts, always win. It's sooner or later. The success will come to them. If you have not heard about what success is, refer to my episode of Priyanka Chopra, where she has told about what success meant to her, how she was trolled, how she was denied freedom, how people hated her, how people rejected her opinions, but ultimately she did what she wanted, and today she is in the echelons of the famous people of the world, isn't it? Next sentence. She got exemption of penalty. She got exemption of penalty. Now, the word exemption is followed by from. The word exemption is followed by from. इसके बाद from आता है. So correct sentence has to be she got exemption from penalty. Means she was excused of penalty. She was not charged with any penalty. Sentence number 14. In the match, Vinesh had advantage on her opponent. In the match, Vinesh had advantage on her opponent. Is the sentence correct? Yes. Tuck tuck 1, tuck tuck 2, tuck tuck 3, tuck tuck 4, tuck tuck 5. Any error? Can you find? Yes, there is an error of use of preposition after the word advantage. Over is used, not on. So the correct answer has to be in the match, Vinesh had advantage over her opponent, not on her opponent. Understood? English is tricky, but you can learn with me. Keep focusing and you will learn. 15th sentence. These news are not true. Now, the word news is used singularly. So the verb as well as the pronouns referring to it will be singular. So the correct answer has to be this news is true because news refers to many news items. Okay. If you have to deliberately make use of it purely, you will be writing these news headlines are true because you are making use of another word, noun along with it, news headlines. Otherwise, you will be using it singularly. This news is true. Understood? So this episode is true and it is extremely important for you. Keep learning with info. And continue. And continue. No, I'm not going. 5 more sentences are remaining. Rule number 16. She is superior than me. Was there? Remember, I told you the use of Latin adjectives junior and senior. Junior and senior. Did I tell you the rule? This superior, inferior also comes under that category. In the use of all the Latin adjectives, they will be followed by the preposition to, not than for making comparison. So the correct answer has to be she is superior to me instead of she is superior than me. 17th sentence. Little knowledge is dangerous. What is the error? Little means nothing. If you have studied my previous episode seriously, little means nothing. So no knowledge is dangerous is saying that is wrong. So the little word has to be used with an article. So the correct answer will be a little knowledge is dangerous. A little knowledge is dangerous. If you want to get more knowledge about the use of the word little, refer to my episode where I have mentioned. I will pin it up in the comments. Don't worry. He is more cleverer than his cousin. What's the error? I'm testing you. I'm testing your skills. Yep. And it will continue. Now, the use of double comparatives is wrong here. He is more cleverer than his cousin. Wrong. He is more नहीं use होगा. He is cleverer than his cousin. Two comparatives are not used together. So he is cleverer than his cousin. Instead of saying he is more cleverer than his cousin. The police has arrested the thief. Was there a The police have arrested the thief is the correct answer. Police word is used plurally. It's a noun which is used plurally. Mostly लोग similarly use करते हैं. यही कहते हैं police has arrested the thief. But actually the verb following it is plural because police is considered plural. After all, it's a group of many people. So the police have arrested the thief. Sometimes grammar can be confusing, but it is. And I'm there to remove your confusion. Am I not removing your confusion? I think I am doing so. Keep learning with me. No, don't go. One more sentence is left. Last grammar rule of the day is do not insult the poor. Do not insult the poor. Correction here has to be, yes, in the use of the adjective poor. When they are used as referring to a community, so we use them singularly. So do not insult the poor has to be the correct answer, not do not insult the poor. They will not be used because they refer to the community. So these were the 20 more sentences followed by an exercise where we have in the previous two, this one and the last episode, we have covered 40 grammar rules which have been chalked out from the different examination question papers, and these are extremely important for you. So keep practicing them also if you want to be well versed in your examination. Do do this exercise, and if you face any problem, do mention me in the comments. Okay, so then keep learning. Bye.